And your YouTube says waiting for that broker girl.
Okay. Okay, so it's setting it up.
Okay.
And your YouTube says waiting for that broker and your YouTube says waiting.
Okay, now it's good. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. I
So
see
it's
it.
setting it up. Okay,
Awesome.
so it's
Okay.
setting it up. Close it out, Matt, or mute yourself.
Sorry.
And your YouTube says waiting for that. And your YouTube says waiting
Okay,
for
mute
that.
yourself. There we go. Okay, cool. So then we are live. We figured it out.
Sorry. I did.
Okay, cool. All right, we're up. We're up. We're up. We're up. We're out of the rack. Okay, so just a social media hack that Matt and I are messing around with is if you're
Sorry, Sandy, you might wanna pause here or mute
Okay,
your.
mute what?
Is it me or am I getting like multiple echoes going on?
I
Mute
don't
the
have
YouTube.
any. I don't have any YouTube open right now. I don't have any. I'll close all my browsers.
Echoes going on.
Yeah.
I don't have any YouTube open right now.
Okay, how about that? I don't hear it anymore.
Test, test, test.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore.
So
Okay,
I had to
that's
close.
working. Whatever you guys did worked.
I had to close all my browsers, but I didn't have YouTube open. I close YouTube once I go live. So I don't know why it did that. But we're good. Okay, thanks, Kate. Oh, by the way, Kate, I love your hashtag. Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Perfection.
I'm still keeping Kate has the key though. Not getting rid of that one.
I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know.
I think I need to bounce that one and keep the new one.
Relocate is what's up.
And no one can really steal it. So unless you're a Kate.
Yeah, I mean, and then you just, yeah, that is just because Matt and I were looking at your social media yesterday because I was showing him how much I like your carousel posts and stuff like that.
Thank
And when I saw your hashtag relocate, I'm like, that is it. That is freaking it. Awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank
So
you.
that's what I was telling you guys though, with streaming live to YouTube, that is going to automatically help with the YouTube algorithm. They reward I'll let you explain that a little bit better. You know more about that than I do. It's going to reward us.
Yeah. So basically when you're live on YouTube and then once your live is done, you set that to public, the watch hours will be counted. And for YouTube monetization, you need at least 4,000 watch hours. So, you know, people who streamed and joined your YouTube live, and then you post that as public video, then the views will be counted.
Yep. Okay. So I am going to cover down on Asana today. Welcome to WTF Wednesday. I do have to run to the front door real quick because I've got my little DoorDash order being dropped off. You guys know I like to do that on Wednesdays. I'm very professional like that. Anyway, so today we decided that Asana would be something super awesome to cover down on. It is one of our favorite project management tools. And the reason that we like it is because I've been using it since early 2021. Okay. and it has just done nothing but continue to grow, and take off. And I have been finding so many more ways to like continue to implement it into my business. But the biggest ways that we've been using Asana are like, I had this power struggle between Asana and Trello with between Asana and Trello with project management, with my team and things like that. One reason that Asana won is because you can actually take Asana and change the view from calendar to board form to list form, everything. So for instance, this is our social media content calendar. We have just kind of started planning this out. So it's actually not very robust, but it's going to be. So for instance, when we're wishing like Facebook friends, sorry friends, it's not really sometimes me wishing you a happy birthday. I don't really have time to do all of that stuff in my life. However, I don't want to forget about my friends. I want to try and remember when special people in my life are turning a certain age, when special people in my life are having a birthday. Sometimes there's a hierarchy. So I put notes in these actual posts. For instance, Kate is like an OG to like my organization at EXP. And so like I made it super clear. I'm like, we need to be able to have like an actual post wishing her a happy birthday. Like we made an actual graphic. It wasn't just like happy birthday, hope you have a great day. You know what I mean? So we keep notes in here. And then this 1 day task repeats annually. Okay. So now this starts becoming a more robust like project management system. And this is just for our social media project. Okay. So this is one project. So for that YouTube video, if you guys have been watching my stories, for instance, Matt and I released a video of how to become a successful real estate agent in 2023. And we took this piece of social media content and we made a YouTube video out of it. We broke it into reels and we're making carousel posts out of it. And we took the bullet points and we're making little posts and videos out of that. Okay. So it's easy to take one big piece of content, break it up, and make tons of little pieces of content. Here is the script, the opening hook, all of the other stuff. Here's the comments that we had on it and everything else. So if you can see, we can tag things. It can be a very collaborative way of going about just this one task within this project. What else is really neat about it is we can add this task to other projects. So this was in a couple of different projects, so you can see. SOP, I don't know if you guys know that term, but anytime you see SOP, it stands for Standard Operating Procedure. So sometimes, you know, for instance, I'm doing WTF Wednesday. It is a form of social media for us. We have to have SOP as far as like when we are marketing it, having like people attend it, who's gonna, sometimes you guys see that I do WTF Wednesday takeovers, like Ryan's hosted one, Dan's hosted one, Kate's gonna host one at some point, you know, things like that. You guys all have like specific knowledge, different things to offer. And so I'd like to, you know, properly be able to like market those coming up, things like that. So we have SOP with that coming up. Okay. Anytime you see that means that there are subtasks associated with those. Anytime you see these little blocks of color, that means that there are tags with those. Okay. So I also decided with social media content calendar that we would tag or that we would also put things like holidays. I call this important days, like important event days or whatever. Okay. So there's Valentine's Day, my birthday, of course, you guys. I'm accepting gifts, no less than $100, please. March 13th, I'm turning 40. Just kidding. But you guys, I'm seriously, there is not a joke. I'm turning 40. This is a very serious matter. March 13th. It's not funny. Okay. And then we got St. Patrick's Day. I just don't want to forget about these days because, like with social media, that shit like sneaks up on you. You don't like think about that stuff. And then there are things that are happening in our lives that like sneak up. So I also want to have events. And so now that we're building this out, I have these things start to repeat annually. And before you know it, now we're into 2024 and these things are going to start popping up again. Okay. So this is just an example of this brand new project that we are building out. Again, I've been working in Asana since 2021. So I'll show you some of the other shit that I've been doing. Let's see. So here's how I have organized my Asana. I have a bunch of shit going on. Some people in here are lenders. Some people are, real estate agents. I want to do WTF Wednesdays just for like entrepreneurs in general, anybody who can like just benefit from anything. So what I have going on down here is I have different things happening. This is for my staff, everything that we've got going on staff wise. Okay. Down here is my company Virtuplicity. So this has everything to do with Virtuplicity. All right. This is all things that broker girl. So agent attraction, everything to do with agent facing things, team TBG, everything to do with real estate, client facing, consumer facing. All right. And then this is agnostic. So for instance, in here, Asana training, PandaDoc, like that's a new contract software that I've been messing around with. Business, Google, like everybody has been, it doesn't matter what platform or whatever, if you need to mess around with Google Workspace, I know that has nothing to do with any of those specific things. So I just put it in the agnostic category. So this is kind of how I've started like organizing this shit. But I also do like bills, to-dos, podcasts, training, just all kinds of different shit. And then I also mess around with I have even developed, like I've renewed my licenses on my real estate licenses on the Iowa and the Illinois side more than one time. And what's really cool is if I search for Iowa license renewal. Okay, here we go. So I have documented on here, the whole process. So like, where do I go? Like, here's the next time I need to renew it. Okay. And then where do I go? Here's the links, download and save the CE certificates. Here's the links. And then here I've like loomed the videos, log the continuing ed and upload the certificates, upload the submissions and renew the license. And then I also have these subtasks. Okay. So, the law update, classroom or online, electives, classroom or online. So I say, because we all forget, right? Like, oh my God, what types of classes do we need? And I keep looking it back up. And then also, like for Iowa, we have to take classes every 3 years or whatever, right? So it's like, holy shit, like, how many classes do we need to take? What classes did we take? What classes do I need to take? How do I find, or how do I remember what classes I took? Because you know how you can take classes through the CE shop, then you can take classes through your local board, then you can take, so I kind of like decided to document where I took classes through this one task in Asana. So I put down here, ethics completed at IARCon October 5th, 5 electives, CE IARCon October 5th, 2022, right? So to answer your question, Kate, I'm seeing in the chat, the calendar and the list view. For the other views, we have got, let's see, I'll get back into the social media manager project because this is the content we've got. So we've got the overview, which how we'll collaborate. I put links like, here's the video of, I want everybody to watch this video. This is our SOP. This is what we will do. This is what we won't do. This is our spreadsheet of how we like track all of our ideas and shit like that. These are all the members of this project. And then here's the list view of all kinds of shit, right? And then this is where you can add different sections. So YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Okay. Now here's the board view. So like, this is what people are used to seeing with Trello. This is where you can take something like that and like change it over there. All right. There's the timeline view. So if somebody is thinking about, I want to view it on a charted view like that. Again, the calendar view, this is our default layout that is appropriate for us for our content calendar view. Now, workflow is super cool because you can actually set up automations. This is how my brain works for automations. Over here, this is where we start with the rules and things like that. I got super in deep with automating things on the Trello side of things. Okay. I have started to dip my pinky toe into the water when it comes to automations on here in Asana. However, I have to work through a few bugs before I try to teach you guys how to automate some things because it was giving me some troubles. So I don't want to like fumble my way through it in front of you guys and have you guys be like, oh my God, you're wasting our time. But the issues that just the bottom line up front is the issues that I was running into is that when I was trying to set up a rule, it was setting up a rule for like everything in that project instead of that one specific item getting moved. So I'm trying to like work past that issue. Here's the dashboard. Now, here's where I'm really digging Asana is you can actually begin to track if you're super nerdy like me, and then you're trying to get more efficient with your team. So for instance, with us, with our Virtuplicity company, we're going to be launching social media management services, and we're going to be tracking our metrics with that. So we're going to be managing social media for other entrepreneurs' businesses. Okay. So with that, we're going to be having virtual assistants, and they are going to like be our virtual assistants, and they are going to be using our systems to do social media management tasks, completing social media management tasks on behalf of these other businesses, instead of what we normally offer, which is finding virtual assistants and placing virtual assistants, right? And so we want to be able to track the productivity and see how much more efficient can we be getting, and how can we up this efficiency, right? So this is where you can really become like a super like Asana junkie and be like, who is the most efficient at completing these tasks, right? Who's the most efficient? Which clients are the happiest? Like, so these social media managers are going to be dedicated social media managers to their clients still. So like, who are the happiest clients per these social media managers, but they're also getting the most tasks done and things like that. So we're going to have all these metrics like to measure and everything. So it's kind of like, IT people, when these IT guys are getting all these troubleshooting like tickets done, it's exactly like that. So it's just like, it's nuts. And then here's the messages. You can totally be emailing things into Asana, just like how we do that with .loop, right? And then the files. So here's all these like crazy social media, like posts, stuff that I've been throwing in here, the pictures and stuff that Matt can use for his editing. So those are all the views. And then what else is cool? I got to move my toolbar over here from Zoom. We can set our status. So, is this project at risk? Like, what are our goals and things like that, which I have set goals. I have some very my poor team knows that I have very lofty social media goals for 2023. I have, our team has huge, very lofty goals. So hopefully that answered your question. And then Matt says it'll also notify the creator and collaborator if there are any comments in Asana and if it's already completed. And this is kind of a spoiler alert, but I'm going to be doing a Slack training as well. And let me throw in Slack here. I'm going to make sure that I'm not showing anything crazy in Slack. Okay. Let's see, resources. Okay, so oops. So with Slack, I have to be on my channel. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Don't want to be sharing anything crazy. Okay. Okay, so what's cool is I'm going to do a Slack training as well, but with Slack, I love Slack because Asana ties into Slack, and I get notifications every time one of my staff members are completing a task, and every time they're commenting on a task. I can view the task in Asana, or I can, be like, actually, this isn't complete. I can like it. I can mark somebody else, like actually change the assignee, change the due date, add to the project, whatever. You can do all that from Slack. Slack is actually my absolute favorite project management tool. This is all leading up to it. But Asana is amazing too. So Asana integrates into Slack, and it's just absolutely an incredible integration. So that's what's cool about that. So we've got that. And then here I wanted to show you guys with the SOP stuff. Let's see, go into like Virtuplicity or something where we have like lots of documented some SOPs. So we start to kind of document SOPs. So for instance, with our, let's see, I think a good one would be maybe in my staff in the morning, all of my staff, they will check in. Okay. They check in with me. We have a daily check-in channel. Okay. It's in Slack. I recorded a video explanation. It's like, hey, I'm your boss. This is a biggie for me. You check in the morning, and here's the Slack check-in channel. And I showed you Slack a second ago. Here's your check-in channel. And here it is. And this is the exact script I want you to use. Just say in. I'm in. Okay. And I want you to tell me what you plan on doing today, and let me know what you plan on doing. And after you check in, let me know what, or check your priorities channel and your emails. So this is our check-in channel, just so you guys know, just so you can get like a whole vision on it. So I lead by example. So this is me, like motivated and driven, like this is what I plan on doing, da, 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 da. And then this is Matt saying, you know, da, 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 this is what I'm doing too. And this is, we also do when we check out. This is what we accomplished as well. Okay. So, all I can say is that Asana has made me so much more productive. It has given us direction. When we're in a meeting, you know, it's so easy to come up with all these like good ideas, right? Oh, that's a great idea. Like I'll do that. I'll take care of that. But what I say now is assign that to me in Asana. And yeah, I have a lot of really fucking overdue tasks, a lot. Okay. However, I know like one day I get a burst of energy and I will knock out a shitload of tasks. And it really, really, really helps just to see them on paper and to know I can get to them and to know I can prioritize them and to get in there and to, you know, check them out. So, and to like start to get your processes documented. For my first few years in real estate, I did not have any systems in place. I was just like, if I had like a good couple of months, I was like, wow, I must be doing something right. And then if I had a terrible couple of months, I was like, I wonder what the hell I'm doing wrong, you know? And then I finally found a platform that was, you know, I figured out, oh my God, I can finally start to figure out how to run my business like a business. And that's Asana. So I would like to open this up. Does anybody have any questions? Do you guys want me to demonstrate anything to you? This is where you can go into your reporting goals, mess around with anything. This is pretty much an open book. Does anybody have any questions? Happy to show you anything. Otherwise, we can wrap it up. I don't have to drag it out.
Which platform would you suggest to start with if someone's doing none of this? They're just old school writing stuff down. Which platform would you suggest starting?
Are you single or do you have a team?
Single, no,
Okay.
no team.
Okay, so I would say start with Asana. start with Asana and start adding tasks. So that's all you do is it's gonna have this and you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? I actually do have an easier training that I've recorded that just kind of like starts off an Asana training. Okay. That goes into here's how you create your account and everything. So I can get you that training. And what you do is you click this plus and you click task, and it's like create SOP. Okay. Standard operating procedure. Okay. And this is what I've got going on, by the way. In my staff section, we all have our tasks. Okay. And what I do is I have one time, daily, weekly, quarterly, monthly, annually sections. Okay. And that I felt was the best way for me to keep things organized. Okay. So, create SOP. And I feel like if you just make this a priority once a week, do this weekly, and you click this little calendar here and you commit to doing this Wednesdays at a time at 11 a.m., let's say. Okay, 11 a.m. every Wednesday. I'm going to create a system. Okay, I'm going to put one more thing, SOP. Like, do you get what I mean by SOP, by the way, Leslie?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So at every Wednesday at 11, I'm going to stop what I'm doing, and I'm going to commit to just making my business a little bit better for a half an hour that week. Okay. And that's what I've been doing. And that's why my systems just keep getting a little bit more and more robust. Okay. And so I set this up, and I'm going to add one team member in here. Okay. So add this team member, create the task, and it's going to remind me now every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to get my shit together, essentially. Okay. And that's all it needs to do. All right. Now, let's say I'm like, where was that task? I can't find it. Okay. So that's how I can find it. All right. Look at all these tasks I've got. Some were from December 30th, but I know I keep them here because I know I've got to do them. Okay. Sometimes I'll change the due date on them to like a later date and figure it out, but sometimes I don't. I just know like, hey, they're still here. So like, I'll figure it out, whatever. Right. So you can add them to different projects here. You can add them to like multiple projects. And then also, this down here was where I was showing you can do the subtasks. So I could say, real estate SOP. I want to do one thing real estate every week. I want to do one thing, recipes. I want to make like one thing meal prep SOP, personal, right? And then one thing budgeting at home, right? Whatever, who cares? It doesn't all have to be like business. And I just know that I have to like check those things off. And I think it's cute when it does that too, by the way. And I mark that complete. And by the way, when I mark that complete down here, Where is it at? So next, where is it? Next Wednesday. I hate this view, by the way, when it's like, when it comes to shit like that. SOP. I don't use this view for that. Create SOP next week. It already created it. So, because I marked that one complete. Okay. And if I completed it again, now, then it's going to do it again. And it already created these 3 subtasks again. But we have made this so robust that now, these, for instance, I'll show you this task. It's pretty cool. This is a task that my assistants created where they go in and go into all kinds of local Facebook groups, and they put, hey, is it okay, Sandy, if we post homes for sale in these Facebook groups? They joined a bunch of local Facebook groups and they asked me, like, Sandy, we need you to approve these Facebook groups. And that was a task to me. Facebook groups for approval. And they assigned that to me. You know what I mean? So we have all these things like, boom, this one is switched to Asana annual pay. Like, because Asana gets expensive. I usually only monthly pay things until I'm very, very sure that I'm probably going to use it for a year, and I don't like messing around with, like they like to suck you in. That's how they get you and things like that. I'm pretty sure I'm good to like pay for it for a year now. So we've got, let's switch to that for a year, just different things like that, If I see it, chances are I'll just like randomly knock something off my to-do list, and then I feel a little bit better that day.
So quick question, did you start off with the basic or did you start off with the premium?
Basic.
Okay. Was there much difference, or do you really like the premium versus?
I would say you only need basic until you start to manage a team and then like want to monitor their shit. I don't think that there's much like, unless go and look at the premium features, and then I don't know that there's much reason, unless I'm not thinking of anything. Matt, can you think of any reason? I don't know if Matt.
Well, for me, Sandy, I was using Asana before for my social media, and I'm only using the basic, the free Asana.
Yeah.
And I think it's good. I mean, all the features that it provides, it's enough already for my social media management.
I agree. I think you're good with basic, Leslie. I would wait to move up until there's a reason for you to move up. Like we
Right.
spend enough dumb money on dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Right, because for basic, you can, plan out your entire month for social media posting, when are you gonna post it, SOPs, what are you gonna do for this video? Are you gonna like film it for film it next week, film it today, and edit it the next day, something like that. So I think it's already good if you're the only one using Asana.
Yeah.
But if you have a team, then might want to upgrade to a pro plan.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Any other questions, guys? Kind of crazy. That view is like nuts. That view is nuts too. That view is a little better.
This has actually been really fun because I'm actually working on the Asana while you're talking. And I just
Oh,
put
are
in
you?
Cool.
all my closings, inspections, earnest money, closings. I just inserted everything in there and then sent it to my assistant, who is now going, what the heck?
Here's my transaction coordination board. So we have it in board form. So here's my pre-listing checklist. Forgot to show you guys this. Almost let you go without showing you this. Look at this shit. Here's the pre-listing checklist. Here's the active listing checklist. And then it's got, you know, the little subtasks as well. Oops. You have to click on this bubble here, the chat bubble, to go into the subtasks. And then you click this part to go back to the parent task. Okay. And then here's the, you know, buyer pending checklist. Load more subtasks. So yeah. And then you just click that arrow if you want to like swipe something away. History. I was like, oh, what's that clock? I learn new stuff every day. What's the snoozy thingy? Okay, cool. Cool. Asana, once you do run a team and once you move up to the top tier, it gets expensive. One of the drawbacks of it is my team cost me a lot of money. They charge me, Asana charges you. So I paid for 5 seats, which was fine. But once I got a 6th team member, they charged me 10 seats. They don't charge you like per team member. If you have 2 people, I think they charge you 5 seats. And then if you have 6 people, they charge you 10 seats. So Asana likes to play dirty, just so you guys know, if you do the paid stuff. That's how they get you. Oh, and they turned me down for affiliate. So they also are on my naughty list. Feel bad for me, guys. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm going to eat my feelings with Chick-fil-A. I mean, I hope
You know
you
what, Sandy? Oh, sorry. When it
Yeah.
was my first time to use Asana, it's actually I feel like it's not gonna work for me because it seems like complicated. But when I tried to create a project and then create tasks for that project, it actually made my life easier, especially when it comes to content creation, because you have a lot of ideas in your mind and you cannot just memorize everything, know it by heart. For a 1 month content calendar, a lot of ideas going on there. So Asana really helped me a lot when it comes to, placing my ideas on the right day, the right time to film it, the right time to schedule it and whatnot.
It's really helped us get our act together with our social media calendar, and then our with our transaction coordination, and with our course content creation. If we're planning courses, it's easy to I haven't gotten it all the way out here with our courses, but I'm creating this course, that Broker Girl's Guide to Entrepreneurship. So this is what I've got going on here. That Broker Girls Real Estate Boot Camp, boom, here. You know what I mean? So there's some really good stuff. I mean, I shouldn't even be teasing you guys with that stuff because it's really good stuff. I mean, you should probably edit that out, Matt, to be honest. I just gave away some free shit there. JK. But no, I think this was a really important and good episode, because it's going to lead into like some other good stuff that we're going to show, which is the Slack. So this integrates into the Slack, and I think Slack and Asana go very, very well hand in hand. So yeah. If you guys have any Asana questions, don't bother me with, no, I'm kidding. Oh, I'm such a nerd today, I swear.
Yeah, and you know what, Sandy, I think what's better is we'll create a YouTube content for like a Asana tutorial process on how to like start a project, create a task, create a subtask, assign it to you, like, you know, that stuff.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I think that's a great idea for sure. All right, cool guys. Well, I think that wraps it up today. Everybody get back to work, be productive, show me. I think it'd be really cool if you guys loomed like doing something cool in Asana. Give me some ideas of what you do, because I could use some good ideas as well. Don't let me get stale with Asana. Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'm always happy to help you guys. Again, if you'd like to see any awesome topics with WTF Wednesday, definitely hit me up, let me know. And thanks a lot for coming. And I hope that this live stream worked out as well too. I'm interested to see how it goes. All right, cool. Take care, guys.
All right, thank you.